and welcome to Creative Mindfulness Meditation. So, if you're watching this video, you might be curious of what that is. I'd like to share with you my morning practice that has helped me so much with setting up myself for having a great day. All you need is a paper, pencil, and an open mind. This is an example of my journal in the morning, and today I'm going to be sharing with you one of those doodles. It's not hard at all. It's the simple process of just taking 5 minutes after I get my coffee to dump my thoughts. And those thoughts can be positive, negative, whatever it is that's in my mind. I could sit here and tell you how to do that, but that again goes against the grain of what I believe in, which is letting you tune into yourself and feel the discomfort that we feel sometimes when we don't know what we are doing. That is part of this process. So sit there with a pen and a paper and write down what's in your mind. I usually write it all as a running sentence, and it's not, something that I'll write to where I cannot read it again. So whatever it was that I wrote, I'm not able to read again. So it's kind of like a small process of surrendering it all. After I'm done with my writing, I take a breath. And from that writing, I set my intention for the day. Intentions are a little different than goals. If I'm struggling with, say, wanting to lose weight and my bad eating, my intention's not going to be to lose weight. My intention's going to be to nourish my body with foods that make me feel happy and vibrant. So there's a little bit of difference between an intention and a goal. Keep them positive. And know that when you set your intention, you set yourself for having a better day. On this doodle here, I started with a square. And I'm just taking my pen and going from one corner to the bottom. I practice the A, B, and C's every time I do a doodle. The A stands for adjusting. I adjust myself. I get comfortable. I adjust my paper. I turn it around as I'm doodling. B is for breathing. I remember to breathe. Stop and breathe. Sometimes we hold our breath. So this is a great practice to pause and breathe. And C is for connecting. I connect with my pen. I don't have to hold it so tight. I relax my hand. I connect with my thoughts and my emotions. And just like in meditation, if I notice anything in my head that's just chattering there, I let it go. In traditional meditation, your focus goes back to the body sensations. Here, when those thoughts appear, just let them go and continue to draw on your doodle. Keep the focus on what you're doing. Little by little, you'll experience how the chatter of your mind starts getting quieter and quieter, and you enter that meditative flow, that state where you're not even thinking. Time's just passing by and you're so lost in what you're doing. It's just such a great feeling. And again, this is something that must be experienced. Watching is fun, but the magic is in the doing. So I invite you to try this simple doodle. Take a few minutes each morning to dump your thoughts, set your intention, and doodle. We need to take a pause. We need to breathe. We need to smile. And we need to go back to creating. And we don't create to make beautiful art. I create so that I can see possibility. This practice has taken me from looking at life through the peephole of a door to an open door full of possibility and choice, and it's just so much more wonderful. And again, if you notice, it's hard to explain what this feels like, because this is a process of your right brain. Your right brain feels. This takes you away from the linear thinking, fearful left brain. So give this a chance. It's a small practice. It's a great way to practice mindfulness meditation, especially if you find the traditional way a bit boring or hard. So I hope that you give this a try. And I hope that if you're interested in more little videos like this with more little techniques, you let me know so that I can make some more. Sometimes as I'm drawing, I notice that I'm going pretty fast. That's an indication for me to slow down. Mindfulness drawing is not about speed. It's about teaching ourselves to slow down. It also helps to play music if you want to have music that is calming music. Anything that slows you down will slow your subconscious, will quiet your brain faster than if you go fast or play fast music. So keep that in mind when you're doodling. If you find yourself speeding, just take a breath, go back and slow down. Be mindful of your drawing, be mindful of your lines. Most importantly, enjoy the process. Enjoy this time. This is your time.